Hello students of 9th standard. We have started the lesson number 5th, acid, base and salts from your science section A. See here, today we are going to see some new points in this dissociation of ions and electrical conductivity. In the above activity, it was found that the aqueous solution of compound NaCl, CuSO4, H2SO4 and NaOH are electrical conductors. See, before this we have done one activity, and by that activity we have come to know that NaCl, CuSO4, H2SO4 and NaOH all are nothing but the, you can say, electricity conductors. Out of these, NaCl, CuSO4 are salts. Whenever you see that NaCl, that is nothing but sodium chloride, and CuSO4, that is nothing but copper sulfate, these are nothing but the salts, and H2SO4 is nothing but a strong acid, and NaOH is nothing but a strong base. We have seen that the salts, strong acid and strong bases dissociate almost completely in the aqueous solution. We have seen that these of the salts, or you can say strong base or strong acid, it is completely dissolving into the, you can say, solutions. Therefore, the aqueous solution of all these three contain large number of cations and ions. From this we can conclude that as they dissociate into the solution, they may contain the, you can say, cations or you can say anions in a more number. See that characteristics of a liquid state is the mobility of the particles. Whenever you see a particular, you can say, liquid is there, that means there is a, you can say, there are the particles in the liquid, and these particles are mobile particles. That means they move from one place to the another place as they are fluid, or you can say as they are liquid. Due to this mobility, the positively charged cations in the solutions are attracted towards the negative electrode or cathode, and you can say move towards the cathode. On other hand, the negatively charged ions move in the direction of the anode. So what happens here, as there are, you can say, positive and negative ions in this solution, they get attracted towards the, you can say, oppositely charged electrodes. That means cathode is nothing but a negatively charged. Therefore, the positively charged ions get attracted towards it, and anode is nothing but a positively charged. Therefore, the negatively charged ions get attracted towards it. So, there is a, you can say, opposite charge attraction is there. The movement of the ions in the solution towards the respective electrodes amounts to the conduction of the electricity through the solution. As there is a movement of these ions into the solution, there is a formation, or you can say there is a conduction of electricity through this solution. There is a formation of an electricity in this solution. From this you will understand that liquids or solutions which contain a large number of dissociate ions conduct electricity. What we can understand from this? Liquids or the solutions which contain more amount of the ions or more number of the dissociate ions, they conduct the electricity. Next, see there, electrolysis. One procedure is there, see there. Take a solution of 1 gram of a copper sulfate in 50 ml water in an 100 ml capacity beaker. So what you have to do, you have to take 1 gram of a copper sulfate in an 50 ml water in a beaker. Use a thick plate of a copper as a anode. What you have to do? You have to use one electrode as a copper and carbon electrode as a cathode, and other electrode must be made up of carbon which is nothing but a cathode. Then see, arrange the apparatus as shown in the figure. There is a figure shown here that according to that figure you want to arrange the, you can say, apparatus. Then see, do you see any changes? So what happens, see there. Arrange the apparatus as shown in the figure and pass a electric current through the circuit for some time. What you have to do? You have to pass a electric current through this circuit. What do you see? Any changes there? Do you see any changes there? In the above, you can say activity, copper appears at heavy deposits on the portion of the cathode. See what happens? The copper which is there, it appears at the cathode. So which is cathode here? Here carbon electrode is nothing but a cathode. How does this happen? When an electric current starts flowing through the circuit, the cations, that is Cu plus ions in the, you can say, solution get attracted towards the cathode. See, coppers are positively charged. Therefore, copper ions are, you can say, positively charged. Therefore, whenever they are dissociated into the solution, they will get attracted towards the negative electrode. And the negative electrode is nothing but a cathode. See here, Cu atoms are formed, you can say, Cu atoms are formed when electrons coming out from the cathode combine with the, you can say, copper ions. So these ions are, you can say, coming from the copper ion and going towards the, you can say, this electrode. So that means the positively charged ions will be attracted by the negatively charged electrode. Then see, Cu atoms are formed when electrons coming out from the cathode combine with the Cu plus plus ions. A deposit of a copper appeared on the, you can say, cathode. So what will happen? There will be a deposition of copper on the cathode. Even though the copper ions in the solutions were used in this manner, the color of the solution remains the same. Whenever you see, there is a transfer of copper ions from copper electrode towards the carbon electrode, but even though the solution color remains the same. Because while the electric current was on, electrons are moved from Cu atoms to the anode. So what will happen? The Cu plus ions will move towards the ions. The Cu, because while current was on, electrons are removed. Electrons will be removed from the Cu atoms of the anode and sent to the, you can say, battery through the electric wire. So what happens? The positively charged ions, whichever the copper rod contains, these are removed from the copper rod and they are sent towards the negatively charged carbon electrode. The Cu plus ions formed in this manner enter the solution. In this way, there is a decomposition of solute in the solution takes place in the electric current. This is called as a electrolysis. This all process takes place due to the, you can say, electric current, and therefore we call this process as a electrolysis. There are two parts in the electrolysis process. There is a cathode reaction and there is a anode reaction. The two parts of this electrolysis process that takes place in the above activity, we are going to see there, that is nothing but Cu2 plus, which is in an aqueous state, when, you can say, combines with the, you can say, two electrons, it forms Cu plus ion, and that is Cu plus at the anode. What happens? See there, Cu plus gives Cu2 plus aqueous as two electrons are given out from it. Then see next one. Always remember, it is necessary for a liquid solution to have a large number of dissociate ions for the electrolysis. So if you want to carry out this electrolysis process, there should be, you can say, liquid solution, and this liquid solution should have large number of dissociate ions. See there, therefore the substances which undergo dissociation to great extent in the liquid state or a solution are called electrolytes. So therefore, whichever the substances that undergo the dissociation to a very great extent in, you can say, liquid state or you can say in the solution, they are called as the electrolytes. Salts, strong acids, strong base are nothing but the electrolytes. These solutions have high electrical conductivity. Whenever you consider this solution will have a high, you can say, electrical conductivity. In other words, electrolytes are good conductors of electricity in their liquid or you can say solution state. Whenever they are in a solution state, whenever these electrolytes are in the, you can say, solution state or in the liquid state, they conduct the electricity very fast. As an assembly, they consist of a container, electrolyte, and the electrolytes dipped in it is called as a electrolytic cell. So what is there? There is a electrolytic cell which contains a container, electrolyte, or you can say the electrodes which are dipped into this. If a pure water is used in an electrolytic cell, current does not flow. If you consider the, you can say, pure water into the container and if you start the electricity does not flow through it. See there. From this we can learn that the pure water is nothing but a bad conductor of electricity. So what we can learn? That pure water is nothing but a bad conductor of electricity. And you can say, what is the reason behind this? The concentration of H plus. You know that water dissociates into H plus and OH minus ions. So the concentration of H plus and OH minus ion formed in this after the dissociation of the water is very low. Only 1 into 10 raised to minus 7 mole per liter for each ion. However, electrical conductivity of the water increases on mixing a small quantity of a salt or you can say strong acid or base. Whenever we mix strong acid, strong base or a salt into the water, then only it will conduct the, you can say, electricity. And only pure water does not conduct the electricity. Then see electrolysis of a water. Dissolve 2 grams salt in a 500 ml pure water. Take 250 ml of the solution in a 500 capacity beaker. What you have to do? You have to dissolve 2 grams salt in a 500 ml, you can say, pure water. And out of that you want to take 250 ml of the solution in a 500 ml beaker. Now connect 2 wires to the positive and negative terminals of the power supply. You want to connect the positive and negative terminal to the, you can say, power supply. Remove the insulating cladding from 2 centimeters portion at other ends of the wire. What you want to do? You want to remove the plastic covering of 2 centimeters and then you have to dip them into the solution. Then see, there are 2 electrodes. So these are nothing but the 2 electrodes. Fill the test tube up to the brim and prepare salt with the prepared salt solution. So what you have to do? You have to fill these 2 test tubes with the prepared solution. Invert them on the electrode without allowing any air to enter. What you have to do? You have to invert this test tube on the wires which are, you can say, whose plastic is removed. So these are nothing but the electrodes. Then see, you should not allow air to pass in it. That is most important. Then see, start the electric current under 6 volt potential difference. You want to start the electric current under the, you can say, under 6 volt potential difference. You can say this is nothing but the power supply. Observe what happens in the test tube for some time. Do you see the gas bubbles forming near the electrodes in the test tube? Are these gas heavier or lighter than water? Are the volumes of the gas collected over the solution in the two test tubes at you can say the same or different? So, what it is found, see there, in the above activity whenever you see the volume of the gas formed near the cathode, whenever you see near the cathode, it will be double that of the you can say gas formed at the anode. Scientists have shown that hydrogen gas is formed at the you can say cathode. Whenever you see the hydrogen gas is formed at the cathode and oxygen gas near the anode. From this it is clear that the electrolysis of water is taking place, or you can say there is a you can say release of a you can say the constituent elements. The concerned you can say electrode reaction are as follows. See there, cathode reaction, twice H2O which is in a liquid state, you can say there is a addition of electrons, so it forms H2 plus twice OH minus. Then at anode 2H2O which is in a liquid state, there is a formation of O2 gas plus 4H plus in an aqueous state, and there is a removal of the electrons. So test the solutions in two test tubes with the litmus paper. What do you see? Repeat the activity by this to the dilute you can say H2SO4 as well as dilute NaOH with the electrolyte. So there are you can say many applications of the electrolysis of electrolyte. Collect information from them. So what happens here? See, this is nothing but a electrolysis of water.